Did you know that you can easily remove every ad on your phone by just going into the settings, Wi-Fi and network, tapping private DNS mode, selecting private DNS provider hostname, and then typing dns.adguard.com and then hitting save? Seriously, try it out. It works like a charm, blocks ads within apps and websites, and you don't need to download any app, read your phone, or pay any money. And that's just a quick glimpse at the type of secrets we're unlocking within the system settings of your Android device. I'm sure most of you rarely ever stop to review the settings in great detail, and I don't blame you. There are hundreds of options, and they keep adding more every year. But who knows, there could be a toggle that's enabled and allows certain activities to track you, or there might be some unnecessary processes that are allowed to run in the background, wasting your battery life. Let's find those non-essential features and disable them. We're only going to enable the useful ones that will help improve your Android experience. So drop a thumbs up for that to show this channel some love. Also, only a small percentage of people who actually watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's completely free and you can always change your mind later. Anyways, isn't it annoying that there are still some apps out there that don't support a dark theme option? You have apps like Amazon, Google Opinion Rewards, LinkedIn, Geekbench 5, and a ton of other apps. Well, you can actually force most of them to become dark by just toggling on a simple option within the settings. First, you'll need to enable developer options. To do this, just scroll down to where it says About Phone and then tap the build number 7 times. Put in your lock screen password, and now developer options should be enabled. Go back, tap on System, Developer Options, and then try to find the Override Force Dark toggle. It should be close to the bottom. Once that's enabled, jump back into the non-supported dark apps, and they should now have a dark theme. Simple as that. There are a good amount of smartphones out there that don't have accurate color displays. For example, even though Samsung phones have the best screens on the market, out of the box, they are defaulted to a screen mode that makes the colors a lot more saturated and vibrant to make everything pop more. To some, it's eye-pleasing, but if you prefer the accuracy for when you're editing a photo for Instagram or watching a cinematic movie, then open the settings, go into the display, and then somewhere in there you should see a menu that says Colors for Google Pixel devices, Screen Mode for Samsung phones, or Screen Calibration for OnePlus devices. It varies between phones, but the wording is in the same ballpark. Then choose the wording Natural or sRGB for a more color-accurate mode. Some smartphones like Samsung, OnePlus, or Huawei have terrible background sync. This is because their background restrictions are way too aggressive, and this results in not getting alerted about certain incoming notifications, such as ones from Gmail or Google Calendar, until I open the app. To solve this issue, I went into the settings, apps and notifications, and then selected the specific app that was having notification problems. In my case, it was Gmail. I then tapped on battery and changed it to don't optimize so that it no longer gets killed in the background. Just keep in mind that depending on the type of app, this could affect your battery life, but I didn't see a problem when doing it for Gmail or some other Google apps. The coronavirus is still very much alive, and in some countries, infection rates are getting out of control. One of the ways that Google has helped out is by teaming up with Apple and including COVID-19 exposure notifications on your Android or iPhone device. Basically, when you're in close proximity with someone who has reported to have COVID-19, your phone will alert you. Just hop into the settings, scroll down to where it says Google, tap on COVID-19 exposure notifications, select your region, and it'll have you download an official app from your region's public health authority. It's that simple. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in every country, but it still wouldn't hurt to check. Also, this tool won't track your location or share your identity with others. Instead, it just uses your Bluetooth to detect other phones nearby that have also enabled exposure notifications. And by generating random numbers, the two phones can communicate with one another to let you know if someone in the area has reported positive within the app. If you're one of the lucky few who have Android 12, you finally have the option of determining which of your apps are allowed to bring up media controls within the quick settings. Before, any app could bring them up as long as it played sound in the background. Now, within the settings under sound and vibration, and then media, you can deselect any apps. Or you can turn off the media controls altogether. Next, I wanted to show off a few settings that will improve your privacy by stopping certain apps or processes from tracking you or your data. But before I do, I wanted to show you how you can change your work setting. The ODK manual standing desk, which is the sponsor of this video, is an excellent option if you're in the market for a cheap and top quality standing desk. Personally, I'm constantly sitting on my ass for long periods of time, and I know it's extremely bad for my health, so that's why this pneumatic standing desk came in handy to at least get me standing while I work. With the press of a lever, I can easily change the height from 29.5 inches to 45.7 inches by using a gas cylinder. Plus, it's power free, so I don't need to worry about my electricity bill going up. It lifts 8 times faster than any electric desk, and with it having wheels and no outlet-based limitations, I can move it anywhere I'd like. It's like having a get out of jail free card because I don't have to be stationed in the same spot forever. I also really love the tabletop. You can choose to have it between 48 or 55 inches, and it'll look extremely nice within any home setting that won't take up that much space. It's also 18mm thick, making it extremely durable and premium, and if you accidentally spill anything, you won't need to worry because it's entirely waterproof. A lot of great features are packed into the standing desk. Right now, it's $298.99, which is honestly already a great deal for a standing desk, but luckily, if you use my code HowToMen40, you'll instantly get a 40% discount, making the price drop underneath $200. Now that's a huge steal. A deal like this doesn't come around that often, so definitely take advantage of it now. Anyways, you're going to thank me for this because your phone has a handful of anti-privacy settings that are enabled by default without you even knowing it. Google, for example, loves to track your every move on the internet. They want to learn more about you so that they can show you ads that are personalized to your particular taste. And then you're sitting there looking at a really juicy ad and then eventually buying something that you never really needed. So let's stop those temptations. Within the settings, tap on Google, then ads, and enable opt out of ads personalization. Afterward, go back, tap on the 3-dot menu, select usage and diagnostics. It's kind of crazy how much they hid the setting because no one would guess to look up there, and then disable that big toggle. This setting is basically just sending Google your app usage data, web and app activities, and a lot more to improve their apps and any future Android devices based on how people use their phone. In other words, it's a giant survey that you're automatically enrolled into so that you can help out a company improve their products. The only problem is that you may not even know that you were enrolled, but now you do, so you can make the decision. When it comes to your location, Google is keeping a log of everywhere you've been to when your phone is in your pocket. Kind of crazy, so if you like to stop it from doing that within the settings, head on over to Location, Location Services, Google Location History, select your account, and right there you can flip the switch. Or suppose you'd like to keep a history of where you've been to just in case you want to remember what you were doing on a specific date. In that case, I recommend just auto-deleting any location activity older than 3, 18, or even 36 months. On top of that, within the location services menu, I also recommend disabling Wi-Fi scanning. It's going to save you a good amount of battery since this feature allows apps and services to constantly scan for Wi-Fi networks, even when the Wi-Fi is off. You can also disable Bluetooth scanning, but if you have the COVID-19 exposure notifications enabled, that feature may not work properly. Also, if you have a Samsung, you'll need to tap on an extra menu called Improved Accuracy to reach that section. In Android 12, Google added 2 new tiles that allow you to easily disable the camera and microphone. However, you could already disable those same sensors on older Android versions by enabling a tile called Sensors Off. When the tile is toggled on, it'll turn off all of your device's sensors, including the camera and microphone. So you won't be able to use the camera app or voice record anything while it's enabled. To get this tile, just go into the Settings, System, Developer Options, and then find Quick Settings Developer Options. From there, enable Sensors Off, and then you'll have that tile in your Quick Settings panel. Now I'm sure most people already knew this existed, but for the tiny percentage that didn't, when you receive a notification, you can choose to hide its contents when you're in the lock screen so that no one around you can get a quick peek. So within the settings, go to Notifications and disable Sensitive Notifications. Or you can just look up Sensitive Notifications and it should pop up. If you're on a Samsung, it's within the lock screen menu, Notifications, and then select Icons Only. Finally, I wanted to go over some enabled settings that could be consuming your battery life and even your cellular data. For whatever reason, you could have some apps that are preventing your phone from sleeping or are constantly running in the background without you even knowing it. So jump back into the developer options and look for background check. It should be under the apps subsection. If you don't see anything, you're in the clear, but if you do, disable those apps right away. If you don't have unlimited cellular data, I'm going to show you how you can stop random apps from using it up in the background. Just search for data usage within the settings and it should be the top result. The name and location of this setting varies between devices, so that's why I'm telling you to search it up. Then once you're in this menu, it'll show you which of your apps have used the most mobile data. If you like to restrict a few, tap on them and then turn off background data. Now they won't be able to use your data while they're in the background, just in the foreground. Finally, for Samsung owners, I recommend going into connections, more connection settings, and disabling nearby device scanning. This is just like the Bluetooth scanning feature where it'll have the phone constantly scan for devices even when Bluetooth is turned off. It'll just waste your battery life, so disable it. And that's everything you should change within the Android system settings. I hope you guys found this video to be useful. If you did, a quick thumbs up would go a long way to help this video get noticed by the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you disabled a setting or two, why not also get subscribed? I promise I'll improve your smartphone experience with every video that I release. And if you guys know of any setting that wasn't discussed in this video, feel free to share it within the comments so that we can all learn about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Kapow!